Hello everyone and welcome to another high elo game of Age of Empires today in what I can only describe as Age of Empires roleplay that might drive some purists insane. We've got Mihai playing as the Vikings in yellow, getting ready to take on the Viper playing as the Magyars in blue. Now while the players herd their herdables explore their immediate surroundings with Scout and with Turkey gobble gobble and try to get their butts up to Feudal Age as fast as possible, let's take a look at the Civ matchup we'll be watching today. Now, the Vikings are a civilization that focuses primarily on their infantry. Starting in Feudal, all infantry units get more HP and can be upgraded to get an attack boost against cavalry and camels, although the latter not something I really expect to see in this game. Now, this boost also benefits their first unique unit, the Berserker, a durable, well-armored, strong infantry unit whose health automatically regenerates at a rate of 40 HP per minute. Now, infantry units, as we know, generally move pretty slowly, so to support them on the field of battle, Viking archer line units can also be upgraded to get a nice +1 attack boost. Now, to help afford their military endeavors out on the map, Vikings get both wheelbarrow and handcart upgrades for free, and their infantry, which are already pretty damn cool, can be upgraded even more to earn gold when they kill villagers, monks, and trade carts, although the latter, not exactly something I expect to see in a 1v1. Now, to the southeast across the grass sea, we've got the Viper playing as the Magyars in blue, a fast-paced mounted civilization with a few military features that make them potentially very, very hard to deal with in the later stages of a game. To start with, their scouts, their light cav, and their hussars are all 15% cheaper, and all melee attack upgrades, I mean forging, iron casting, and blast furnace are free, which not only saves the Magyars about 1,000 resources, but also the time needed to research those upgrades. Now, Magyar cavalry archers do train faster and can be upgraded to get extra range and attack, and their unique unit, the Magyar Hussar, is a light cavalry unit similar to but a little bit stronger than the regular Hussar, with a few exceptions. First, it comes with an attack bonus against siege units, not monks, and second, it does cost a little bit of gold, although it can be upgraded to cost no gold at all. Now, to support their horse-based army, Magyar villagers can be much more aggressive, much earlier out on the map, because they kill these wild animals. In this case, ooh, we've got a jaguar. What an absolute beautiful unit. They kill them with one strike only. So Magyar villagers apparently coming with a nuclear weapon in their, I was going to say pants before I figured out that was going to be too dirty, in their arsenal, because they can get rid of all of these wild animals with one strike, which does actually come in quite handy. If you don't think that's a big bonus, send out a villager. Especially one without loom. Not that I'm expecting to see villagers without loom out on the map, but try sending a villager out. See how annoying it is, how long it takes to deal with these very, very wild animals, and then tell me whether or not that was a good bonus or not. In any event, enough rambling. Both players at 15 villagers. Let's take a look at their bases and see where the resources are located. I like both of these bases, to be honest, from just a quick cursory overview of the minimap. Viper, primary gold off to the side, primary stone nice and secure in the back, and then he's got a bit of gold off campus. And where is his stone pile? Oh my goodness, this is very exposed. So this is a lot of big open space. Now, luckily, he is the one playing the cavalry civilization, so this is a lot of space for him to maneuver in, as opposed to the Vikings, which are a bit more slow and plodding, because they are, of course, more of an infantry civilization. Speaking of our infantry civilization, primary gold for Mihai, nice and secure in the back. Primary stone a little exposed in the front side area. He has also discovered where his opponent is at the exact same time as his opponent discovers where he is. So a bit of tit for tat in terms of exploration here, as our Viking is already heading out with 2 militias. Let's quickly finish our review. Where are his secondary, tertiary gold? One very exposed to the front, one a little bit safer. In terms of forests, man, oh man, thick and juicy is the name of the game here. One big fat forest to the front, one big fat forest to the back, and then completely open everywhere else. The exact same thing for the Viper, by the way. One big fat forest, although this one actually is 2 forests. Oh, look at this. Oh, if you want to trap units, ain't none finer than the Viper. He knows how to trap units all the livelong day. The problem is, he's still 20 seconds away from Feudal Age, and he's only got 27 stone. Oh my goodness, stone. 27, now 67 wood. which means we're not going to see an archery range anytime soon, which means these units at this point are actually doing more harm than good. They are tickling away at his wood count, one little unit at a time. And that is very bad for the Viper. It looks like this is a good thing for him right now, right? I mean, speaking of loom, by the way, he just gets loom now after after hitting Feudal. And there's the archery range. I'm assuming it's an archery range. I have to click it now because the mill is blocking the symbol. But he is going to have to spend a lot of wood to repair this house. Is he going to repair it? By the way, while this all happens here at the top left, is this actually two different forests? It does look like there's a path in between them. Goodness gracious, that is actually two forests. Okay, so I hope the Viper realizes that there's a path here. A very narrow path leading to Granny's house, so he's going to have to get rid of that. And here we go, a skirmisher. Okay, he doesn't want to spend any gold, it seems like, so a skirmisher is going to take about 7,000 years to destroy these units. I mean, look at this. 46, 45 HP, 44 HP. And remember, skirmishers are the slow firers. They fire every 3 seconds. So let's see if we can do the math off the top of our head. 48 times 2 is 96, and another 40. Okay, now there's a second skirmisher. Forget the math. I'm going to leave that to Spirit of the Law. I'm just going to ramble on about nonsense in terms of thick, juicy forests and whatnot. Both players, same population. Mihai is supply blocked for a quick second. He's housed, and now he is unhoused. Any more skirmishers? So only 2. And look at this. This one militia's not even at half health yet. Okay, he just reaches half health. This is absolutely bonkers. Like I said, I think the Viper at the end of this is going to come out on the bottom. Because he's just wasted a bunch of wood repairing this house. Not a lot, but, you know, a little bit of palisade wood. And now he's being shooed away by spearmen over on the other side of the map. Although Mihai will lose 3 units. I don't know. I don't know what the arithmetic and the calculus. Age of Empires is one of these games, which is why I love it so much, where things are not always very obvious in the beginning. And there's a lot of people who disagree with that. A lot of people will think they always know the right answer to everything. And, you know, all the more power to them. Whatever you want. Enjoy the game in whatever manner you want. For me, though, all this extra time, this villager and the villager up here repairing the house, plus all the wood to repair these structures, which I'm assuming he's just going to delete after these units die, is basically not good. To put it as simple as I can. On the other hand, Mihai losing 40 gold and what, 200 wood? Food, oh my god, I know the resources, I promise. 200 wood is also not good. So Mihai losing a lot more resources, but not exactly as... Point is not exactly as one-sided. I don't know why I've become so fixated on trying to prove a point here. I am so sorry. You came here to watch a game between the Viper and Mihai, not to listen to me ramble about nonsense. Speaking of Mihai, he has secured his base. What a beautiful wall off, by the way. A secondary one going down to the west. But the forward-facing part of this, I mean, he's kind of blocked in, Howard Hughes style. There's no real way for him to exit this unless he deletes his own palisade, right? This is one big forest. It's not like the Viper here with 2. I wonder if Mihai will exploit this. I wonder if he's... By the way, has he explored it? Let's see. Let's take a look at his vision. No, he hasn't. So he's seen just the tip of one forest. He doesn't know that it extends to the south, and there is a very sneaky path here. Ooh, I'm going to keep my eye on this. I don't know if it's going to be relevant at all. Looks like the palisade was deleted, and now the Viper adds a 4th kill. A 4th notch to his belt, but 3 skirmishers are basically dead now. Another scout probably going to die. Who's kidding who? And these guys just stop. They've accepted their fate. This is like, you know, when you watch National Geographic or any one of these shows with nature, when the cheetah clamps its jaws on the antelope's neck, or the gazelle or the wildebeest or whatever, and the animals never fight back. They kind of just like freeze. That's what those skirmishers were. They accepted their fate. They know they're not long for this world. And the Viper, let's take a look at what he's building. Magyar buildings always, at least for me, a little bit harder to see. So we've got a blacksmith. We saw the archery range. So he's got the requisite buildings. He's going up to 800 food, 200 gold. So we know what he wants to do. Oh, and Mihai at the absolute worst time dumps a bunch of gold into archer units. Although remember, Mihai with wheelbarrow at the moment. I mean, the Viper are the same, but he didn't have to Mihai didn't have to research it, spend resources, and wait for the upgrade. He just got it automatically once he clicked up to Feudal Age. I think my mouse is derping out a little bit. I apologize for that. We'll have to change the batteries. I think that's the second time that's happened. I might have to change my mouse. Another archery range. He's got the gold. He's heading up to castle, only 30 or so seconds behind his opponent. And the second he hits castle, man, oh man, is that Viking economy just going to be very, very annoying for the Viper to keep up with. I mean, what I can compare it to when you hit castle age is basically a steam internal combustion engine to a horse-drawn buggy. I mean, it's going to be real, real bad. That being said, if anyone can take it, it is the Viper. Ooh, are you going to go around? Are you going to go around the other side? Are you going to go around the other side? This is sad, though. If he discovers this path to Granny's house, I mean, with only one scout. Oh my God, he discovers it. No, 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 no. Why did you run away? Why did you run away? Or am I the crazy one? Is there not a path here? It definitely looks like there's a path here. Sorry, guys. I'm going to title the thumbnail for this video, Isaac Fixates on Nonsense. Because I'm fixating on a bunch of nonsense here. This spearman is kind of just keeping an eye on the border, I guess. The Viper has seen that the forest extends. So the Viper has basically seen the entire wall off of Mihai's base. Mihai, though, might want to start poking in a little bit, seeing that there's nothing here. Might want to prod, but a well-placed spear is going to shoo him away. And man, oh man, come on. Come on. Go into the forest. It's like every sci-fi fantasy movie ever. Although not sci-fi, I guess more fantasy. When they walk into the, oh, look at that. Just a handcart immediately. When they, you know, the protagonist and his or her group of companions, usually, they walk into the haunted forest. I guess he watched Princess Bride. He doesn't really want to walk into the, what was it? The Forest of Sorrow or something? Our Viking going up to a second town center, but our Magyar going up to 3. Did our Viking know he was going to face off against cav archers? Or is this just the standard Viking build? As much as I like to say the Vikings are very much an infantry civilization, the truth is lately, I have just seen a lot of Viking ranged units. And, ooh, beautiful secondary wall off. Is going to take a long time for the Viper to bust through here. Oh my God, he went in, he saw the path. I mean, I didn't see it, but he saw the path. And now these Viking crossbows are here. This safety zone is going to become a kill zone, but Mihai is focusing down on the cav archers, gets himself a spearman, which leaves the scout time to run amok. Beautiful play out of our yellow Viking here. I mean, we'll lose all these units, but we'll see what the kill count is at the end of this little foray into the Viper's base. 13 kills to 12, 6 villagers. So not only is he playing with that amazing Viking economic power, but he's also managed to get 6 villagers of the Viking. And like a look at the villager count, he's down 7 villagers as the Viper. One other thing that Age of Empires is, as opposed, you know, I'm gonna, one last rant. One thing it is a game of incremental growth or stagnation or decline. Not stagnation, sorry. Can you have incremental stagnation? No, you can't, right? Stagnation just means staying the same. Either incremental growth or incremental decline. Being down 6 or 7 villagers, if you're not careful, will lead you to being down 20 villagers, 25, and then GGing, basically. The Viper returns home. He is taking a wide berth, exploring the map. Probably wants to find a few relics. Only has seen 1, 2 at this point. Oh, he's going to discover a third very, very quickly. There it is. The golden relics, but our Viking is here. Upgrades on the crossbows. +2, +1, and they're going to get ballistics in a second. That being said, the Viper, he's at +2, +2. Didn't notice if he got ballistics or not. We'll keep an eye on these archers and see whether or not they miss. Jaguar is activated. It's weird that it takes a villager. A villager is stronger than a cav archer when it comes to killing the wildlife on the map for the Magyars. Isn't that funny? Oh no, he's going to activate the second one? No? Yeah, he does. Okay. Why did it take so long for that one to activate? Look at this. Look at Oh my God, you guys know I love to focus on this stuff. Ooh, one gets bored. Okay, now the Viper to the north, the Viper to the south, but Mihai is already at 57 villagers. The Viper's catching up. Remember, he got his third town center a little bit before our Viking. A market going up for him. He didn't have a market. A few skirmishers just hanging out, waiting for the inevitable crossbows to show up. 28 crossbows, 3 knights. I mean, look at the army count. Look at that, 30 to 10. He's 3 times the army count of our Magyar. What should our Magyar do? Double down on those cheaper light cav units at this point? He's only got 22 villagers on food. He can't really afford it. Can't really afford to sustain it. The important thing right now for the Viper is to scout. Oh my god, look how badly bruised these guys are. Their total HP is 28. Okay, they're going to discover, oh my god, ballistics. Oh, freaking ballistics. Okay. So the Viper is going to play defensive, which, you know, the Viper has been known to do. Has he plugged up the hole in the forest? Yes, he has. Okay, but with one house. I love, by the way, that he plugged it on the outside, which means that he will see an attack coming from a mile away. How many of us would have plugged it here? You know, closer to repair, easier to do, less time for a villager to get there. But the Viper knows if he can plug it here, if it comes under attack, he'll just plug it here anyway. So good play out of him. Playing a bit of 4D chess. Okay, Cav Archers will take this fight. So a little bit of a small victory for the Viper, whose kill count is now only 2 behind his opponent. Villager counts are identical, but the real story here is the army supply, 34 to 11. Yikes. Oh, goodness. Where are you going with 715 stone? We know exactly where you're going, and that is to drop a big fat castle, but you are not going to be happy when you see the Viper's castle on the high ground. Nope, loses a crossbow. Will he lose a knight? No, of course not. Repositions. Okay, I don't mind this location at all. Maybe would have placed it here, get a bit more crucial infrastructure. I mean, these aren't Saracen foot archers with their attack bonus against buildings, so they can't really take down a blacksmith very quickly. Not that he's going after the blacksmith. He is going after the weaker structure of the house, and ain't a damn thing the Viper can do about this. These crossbows are going to zone out any villagers that are trying to repair at the same time. He looks like he lost the crossbow to the town center or the skirmishers. Oh, the town center has 2 kills. I love it. So yeah, he got another crossbow when I wasn't looking. We'll keep an eye out on those crossbows to the south. The bigger story here, though, is what the hell is the Viper going to do? He's got skirmishers. Now he's getting ballistics. Okay, so he didn't have ballistics before, obvi. Yikes. You need these 4 units at home. You need everything possible at home. Another castle. But we'll see if this one goes up. There is a big yellow army bearing right down on these villagers. Oh, Mihai is just absolutely destroying the Viper's economy here. The Viper just a little bit too slow to get this castle up. Again, I ask how many of us have done this exact same thing, and how many times have we tried to get a castle up? It's at 50%. That's so sour. This is at exactly the moment where you ask yourself, what the hell do I do? Do I cancel it to get 300 and what is it going to be, 25 stone back, and then try to build another castle somewhere else? Or do I commit to this, rush forward with 11 villagers, lose 10 of them, and complete the castle, and then just lose the game? One hero skirmisher tries to hold the line. Oh, the Viper tried to poke his head out and gets completely whack-a-moled by these crossbows. And he's going up to Imperial. Okay. Look, you guys know I call Mr. Yo the king of holds. If the Viper can hold here and takes this game, I think there's going to be a bit of a war of succession for the king of hold title. Oh, and look at him luring these villagers with a juicy chum here. Wow, beautiful play out of the Viper. These villagers thought they were getting an easy pickings, an easy skirmisher, because why the hell not? If you can get into its minimum range, you can absolutely wreck it. But no, they run face first into a bunch of cav archers. Another castle. Why here? What are you afraid of? Are you trying to create a bit of a waypoint for your units? You're already inside his base. What the hell killed that knight? 5 kills for the town center. 2 kills for this one. 2 kills for this one as well. Oh my god, the Viper's biggest hero here is the town center. And he's held. Mihai is escaping, but I don't think this is a bad escape. I think this is a, I'm gonna run away, I'm gonna get my butt up to Imperial, I'm gonna upgrade these guys to Arbalests, and then I'm gonna return more powerful, stronger, rebuilt the $1 million army. He has now soft contained the Viper. The Viper can't do much to the north of his base. The Viper can't really go anywhere. He has not seen this castle. He's going to see it in a second with these skirmishers if he's not careful as he approaches this very, very dangerous yellow line. He's going straight for it. And there we go. Beautiful reaction time out of the Viper. Takes a bit of damage. Nothing a castle, an overnight Airbnb at the castle, a bed and breakfast won't hurt. A 5th town center for our Viking. And take a look. This is what I was talking about. If you're not careful, 6 villager shortfall quickly becomes a 24 villager shortfall. And even though both players are now in Imperial, who is getting Trebs out? Of course, both of them. The first one for Mihai. There's chemistry. So he is going double down on these ranged units. And honestly, the Viper's not making a bad call here. Going double down on his own for... Oh my god, doubling down on skirmishers. But skirmishers are more of a delay tactic, to be honest. This is not a game-ending tactic. I love, by the way, that Mihai's castle's on the high ground. I love that he's tiefing the Viper's secondary gold, and this is where he absolutely abuses the location of the resources of the Viper. He's got 2 gold piles, does the Viper, that he cannot mine. Luckily for him, he's got this one in the back as well that I didn't mention. I failed to see in the beginning. Treb versus castle. Skirmishers versus Treb. Okay, Treb versus Treb as well. So beautiful play. The Viper opting to go for the trebuchet instead of the castle of his opponent. Fantastic decision there. Does manage to get a Treb kill, but look at the mini-map. Look at the Viper's base. I'm going to zoom out. Sorry to anyone on a smaller screen. He has been constricted, pushed into a corner. And what the hell is he still doing with these 4 units up here? Now this... Our Viking says, you are not getting any lumber here. I'm going to make sure you run out of wood. You cannot rebuild anything. And here come the Viking arbalests. Not the not the strongest arbalests in the world. No thumb ring. But does he really need it? Honestly, 48 army supply to 24. The Viper is housed at 135. Mihai at 180. The Viper taking some pretty good trades here. Double whammy. Fantastic micro out of him. You know, losing skirmishers for arbalests is never a bad thing, but another wood line denied. Luckily, he's got a tiny forest in the back, and now the Trebs just insert themselves into here. Ooh, okay. What is our Magyar going to do? He's going Hussars. Not a bad, call, but maybe, not a bad call against crossbows, light cab, but against fully upgraded arbalests? Well, I shouldn't say fully upgraded, still missing the last armor upgrade. And they do fire at a 2 instead of a 1.7. What are his Magyars looking like? We know they've got blast furnace, but only +1 armor himself. Oh, and now the Viper's under siege. And this is what I was talking about earlier. The retreat from Mihai was not exactly a full-on retreat. It was more of a let me conglomerate my army. This is what he's doing with those units. He's just being annoying. Oh, no. The Berserker is out. Are the Cav... Okay, the Cav Archers come home. I guess they were on attack command. Attack move command, because they see an outpost, they attack it. The Viper is getting a good amount of little damage here and there. Finally, I think, managing to get some villager kills. But now he's denied this wood line as well. One more tower here will seal his fate. Not that I think a tower can go up there with 3 Trebs, but... Ooh, castle down. Castle down. The problem... The real problem now is going to be this guy. This ginger beard with the horned helmet. Oh my god, he is just going to wreck everything. I mean, look at that pierce armor. 5 pierce armor, 12 base attack. He's not upgraded at all, and he is not elite. But he is still so damn powerful. Viper, having killed the outpost, moves back. Nothing he can do about these towers to the east. Nothing he can do about this tower to the west. He's... Okay, never mind. I say that, right? Of course, as I say that, the Trebs begin their bombardment. And down goes that tower. I mean, the Viper's army supply is not terrible. The army composition is pretty damn bad. 14 of it is skirmishers, fully upgraded. And now, by the way, the Viper's Hussars are also fully upgraded. So he's going to make a stand here in this passage, this narrow passage. Not a bad location for a stand. Ooh, the Hussars rear-ending the Berserkers. Oh, no, where are you going with the Trebs? Arbalests, what are they focusing on? They're focusing down Hussars. One Treb looks like it did fall, right? Yeah, one Treb dead, 2 Trebs left. Fiery balls going north, fiery balls falling south, and the Viper is holding this, but again... There's that Chieftain's upgrade. Oh, mama. This is not going to be good. I mean, take a look at it now. The Berserker with the +5 attack against cavalry. Oh my god. +5. These Hussars don't stand a chance. They are going to shred. Oh my god, like wheat. Like wheat in the field. Monk goes down. Treb will go down as well. And I think once the Treb goes down, we might see a GG. Although the human army is kind of ignoring the Treb. Never mind. The Berserkers get in and now they're killing villagers. Remember, with Chieftains, they are earning gold every time they kill villagers. Cav archers on the high ground, fully upgraded, but still not enough. And man, oh man, the Viper held for as long as he could. But dear Lord, 59 army supply to 16, 134 villagers to 116. And that's what I mean by AoE being a game of increments up or down. Man, that was sour. 34 villager kills for our Viking, a lot towards the end. There's a lot of dead bodies on the ground here. 18 villagers by our Magyar is not bad, and he's teefing a bit of gold here, having seen that his opponent is teefing his gold. He did do a little bit of damage with those skirmishers. Their remains still litter the ground. This looks like a villager as well. Do the male villagers also... this is the female villager, right? The male villagers just show their back. Why is the female villager's hair still on the grass? Was she wearing a wig? Very, very strange questions that I'm sure everyone gives a flying rat's ass about. Anyway, what an absolute beast out of Mihai, just building a massive 60 army supply to his opponent's 16. And I mean, look at the Viper's upgrades, fully upgraded units. I wonder if he should have spent more on quantity versus quality. Look at how many stables he's got. He's got 1,300 food. That's, what is that, 15, 16, 17? No, 20. Maybe just under 20, maybe just over 20. I don't know what the exact math is. Hussars at 15% discount. So he had the infrastructure, 5 stables. He could pump them out one at a time. But man, oh man, he just didn't have the actual time to do it. 90 arbalests for the majority of the game were crossbows. Elite skirmishers, not bad. PKPM beginning, PKPM at the end of the game for the Viper. And let's, okay, what do we think the economy? How much bigger do we think the Viking economy? Oh my goodness, what is that? 30% bigger? 13,000? 30% bigger. And all the resources go to our Viking. This is what I mean when the Viking economy compared to just the generic economy. Look, I've said before, the Magyars don't really have an economic bonus. Look, the free melee attack upgrades do save them about 1,000 resources. Cheaper Hussars and light cav and whatnot do save them resources. But in terms of economic, it's not like the Romans. It's not like, any other civilization that has economic features where the villagers carry more, like the Aztecs, or they move faster. They have all these magical abilities. The Magyar economy is just a bare, basic, generic economy. And when the Vikings go up against a generic economy, they can just produce and outproduce, like I said, combustion engine. Or rather, I should highlight the villagers. Combustion engine versus horse-drawn buggy. And man, oh man, Mihai uses that Viking economic advantage. Look, the kill count is not... I don't know why I keep saying look. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I talk and I catch myself saying certain words and going, which I absolutely hate. When I edit my videos and I watch my videos back, because I do watch these videos back to try to see where I made mistakes and try to catch myself where I make mistakes so I can improve and get better. And man, oh man, do I hate when I go, because when I was younger, I used to say like a lot. And when I gave presentations in school, I would always say like. And then I tried to really make an honest effort to not say it, to pause instead of saying like. And now in casting, for some reason, I've devolved back into going, like some broken toaster or some broken appliance making some mechanical sound. But anyway, something to work on, always bigger and better and always looking to improve. I don't know what the hell my original point was. I don't remember what I was talking about 30 seconds ago because that is just how my brain works. But the bottom line is the Viper held for 45 minutes against the Vikings with the Magyars. Not exactly an easy feat. And even though there was a tactical retreat, and even though he failed at getting his castle up, originally he got his castle up here. He pumped out trebs for a while, took a bunch of decent engages. I think Mihai respected his opponent greatly and took his time. He did not want to rush in. You do not want to rush in against high elo players if you are not sure you're going to win a fight. Basically one of the, Sun Tzu's, Isaac Tzu's rules of war. But using that incredible economy, using the powerful units available to him, in this case, the Arbalest and the elite Berserker, almost fully upgraded, 1 minute away. Blast Furnace does take 1:40 seconds. It is a long ass upgrade to research. Almost upgraded and regenerating health. Man, oh man, did our Viking just ultimately crack our Magyar open like an egg, insert himself, and depopulate step by step, woodline by woodline. And even though the Viper did plug up the route to Granny's house, he ultimately succumbs to the Viking horde. Or what did the Vikings call themselves? Not the horde, that was the Mongols. Anyway, he succumbs to the Viking attack is the bottom line. Mihai gets the W, but what a fun game. GG to both players. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.